All right, it's Bob Rigneris, Perry Marshall again. We are going through our top 10 predictions for the decade that is 2020, and we are on number 9 today. So, number 9, Perry, is Resurgence of the Trades. And this dovetails, I think, in with our press prediction about being some sort of fall and some sort of bubble burst on with higher education. So, talk about the resurgence of the trades.
I have a friend named Larry who works for a tool and equipment rental company. They deal with contractors. And I asked Larry earlier this week, I said, Larry, if a person is able-bodied and willing to work, uh, what can they get? And he said if you're able-bodied and willing to work, if you're willing to be an apprentice bricklayer, stonemason, electrician, anything like that, concrete finisher, you can easily start at 18 bucks an hour and within a few months probably get significant raises and be up to probably, if you're in union shop in Chicago, you'd be making 40 bucks an hour within a year or two, which is $80,000 a year. I know people in the trades who, like, they can't find jobs. Like Larry said, if they're available, they're going to get a job because there aren't enough people doing this. Okay, and so this is another side of the coin from, what you hear about in the media, where media is always written and produced by people who went to school, and all of that is nobody can find a job and it's all bleak and it's all terrible. Well, it's not bleak and terrible if you're willing to do trade work. And this is going to continue to be the case as far out as I can see, okay? Like, this isn't going to change 2 years from now. It's going to continue to be the case. And furthermore, so my daughter runs a janitorial services company. Now, she went to a small private liberal arts school, and it wasn't really liberal arts. It was really just liberal, okay?
Yeah.
And neither I nor she are particularly enthusiastic about the education that she actually got. Well, she now runs a cleaning company with her friend Simi. And they guzzle audiobooks. Like, just, I mean, they're out there doing their work and stuff, and they are learning so much stuff. And you know what's the irony? The irony is you can get a better education sweeping floors or laying bricks with a Bluetooth headset than you'll actually get going to getting a postmodern education from a typical English department that's going to give you the critical studies, and like they're not even going to teach you Shakespeare. They're actually going to rip Shakespeare apart and tell you what a patriarchy and how misogynist it all is. And that is like the ultimate supreme irony, that you could pay $60,000 for a college education, or you could make $60,000 a year and get something better than a college education at the same time. But
Well, yeah, and it's interesting, Perry. Both of my daughters are going into research and so forth. So, my daughter happens to go to University of Chicago. She's studying genetics. Like, you can't learn genetics from an audiobook, right?
no, you
Um,
can't. And I'm
and
not pretending that you
right.
can.
But what's interesting about this is, I mean, I'm more South Side Chicago than you are, and people aren't familiar with the geography. Like, South Side of Chicago is known as blue collar, hardworking. We have a lot of Irish and Italian and Eastern European, and they're all in trades. But here's the deal: is that a lot of the trades are occupied by people that are 50, 55 and older, and the baby boomers who after the war went into the trades. Their sons and daughters went into the trades. There is this huge gap now of really skilled laborers who are going to be retiring, and there is not enough people in the skilled trades. Now, we're not talking like hourly workers here. We're talking skilled trades. I think you mentioned the masons, electricians, carpenters, HVAC. I have a very good friend, Perry, who runs an HVAC company. A guy coming out of college, actually men and women. I don't mean to be, this is an opportunity for males and females, which is also unique, by the way, is that within a year after graduating high school, they could be making 85,000 a year with no debt. Now, those are the type of people that will go out and buy a home, right, and put money into the economy. They are not actually saddled with debt and unable to get a mortgage, right? I think it's unprecedented because certainly our fathers and grandfathers who were in the trades had they didn't come close to making that in their career ever. So in order to kind of woo people from the college experience, the benefits, the salary, trades with retirement benefits, health benefits, it's incredible. And it's really starting now to become an option for young men and women coming out of high school going, I learn, but I'm not the college type. And going into a trade where they could earn an honest living, have a 40, 50-year career, whatever it is, making really good money is kind of almost like a throwback, but it's become new again. And I think it's certainly an option. And there's a prominent person out there, Mike Rowe, is kind of leading the charge. He's appeared before Congress. He had the show Dirty Jobs, where he, basically put a camera and a spotlight on people doing all the grunt work in this country. And I think Gene Kelly is a Planet Perry member. He's out there trying to do the same thing, where we're trying to get people interested in the trades as an alternative career course. And I just think this is another one of these predictions. That's a slam dunk. It's going to happen. The money and the opportunity is going to be so great that a lot of smart people will not be able to ignore this.